Guys, and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see right now, I'm extremely pale. So this is my actual skin tone. I'm probably the whitest person you've ever seen in your whole entire life. I mean, for me, I've never met anyone with like that light of a skin tone. So yeah, when I first started my channel, I was definitely pale. I only started wearing fake tan maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, and I just fell in love with fake tan. My whole entire life I just always hated being pale, and every summer I would try to get tan and it just didn't work. I don't have this skin type that can tan. Like my skin is pretty much transparent. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but like you can see my veins, like you can see everything through my skin. So yeah, this is how pale I am. Personally, I just really love fake tan. I feel better when I have it on. I don't know, I just like it. It's a personal preference. I just prefer when I have a bit of a tan on. Well, a bit. I mean, I usually go from like this color to this. So I mean, yeah, I do love to be really tan. But it definitely takes some time to fake tan. You know, I usually do it once a week, but you know, I have to make sure to exfoliate, and this week I just didn't have time. I had an exam, so I decided to just stay pale for a couple of days, and then I thought it would be a great idea to film a video when I'm pale. So I'm gonna show you how I get ready when I have my pale skin. Now it's usually like it's hard to get used to it because I'm so used to being tan, so it usually takes me like a couple of days to get used to it. If you didn't believe me when I said I was extremely fair, I mean, now you can tell. So yeah, usually I'm a NW15. Like I have a really pink undertone to my skin. Like my skin pretty much looks like pink milk, pretty much. So I usually, like from MAC, I'm at NW15. Now sometimes NW15 might be like a tad bit too dark, but NW15 is usually the shade that I would get if I was to, you know, buy a foundation from MAC. I have this one, which is the Mineralized Moisture Foundation. I wore it 2 days ago. I didn't like it. I have dry skin, but I feel like this just peels on my skin so bad, and sometimes I can wear a matte foundation, it doesn't do that. But this one, I wouldn't really go for it if you have dry skin. I don't know, it's meant for dry skin, but didn't really love this one. And the only other foundation that I have for when I'm this color is this one from Dior, which I don't love either, but I mean, it is what I have. So it's the Dior Skin Nude Skin Glowing Makeup. I have it in the shade 010. This is not the lightest shade, so that I remember the lightest shade was a little too yellow for me. And some people say never get a yellow foundation. Now I have such a strong pink undertone, I can't get a yellow foundation. It's just gonna look awful on me, so I always, you know, usually get the lightest foundation that is pink tone. Just use 2 pumps, and then I'm gonna mix in a little bit of the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop. I just feel like when I have fair skin, it's much harder to look glowy. When I'm tan, I feel like it's so easy to look glowy, so that's why I like to mix the Shimmering Skin Perfector in the foundation, just to make sure, you know, I look glowy and not so dull. I can look really pasty really quickly, so here you go. Yeah, the foundation is definitely like a tiny bit too dark, but I mean, it is what it is. It feels like I'm just like applying white paste to my face. Okay, so I don't have a white concealer right now, so I'm just gonna have to use a bit more of my foundation to apply it underneath my eyes. Also, if you have trouble, you know, finding a great foundation for your pale skin, I know MAC, I think it's a pro product, but I know MAC has a water blend foundation in a white shade, so you can use that, mix that in with your foundations if you're extremely pale. Or let's say you fake tan and you have, you know, darker foundation, you just want to lighten your foundation, you could use that too. But yeah, I don't own that, but I know it exists. And also, I believe Kat Von D has a white concealer, her new Lipkit concealer. I'm pretty sure she made a white shade, so that's really good as well. So now I will set my under eye area with the Hourglass Diffuse Light. Now I also use this product when I'm tan. I just really like it to set my under eyes. I could set my whole face too, but I'm gonna be using something else. Okay, now to set the rest of my face, I'm gonna use the ambient lighting powder from Hourglass again in luminous light. So I know a lot of people use this as a highlight, but I really like to use this all over my face. It just adds like a warm glow. It makes me look a little healthier and not so ghostly. So I'm gonna apply a little bit of it all over my face. Not too much though, because it's definitely darker than my skin, like a lot darker. So I'm only gonna apply a little bit all over my face. Okay, now for bronze and contour, I'm going to be using a product that I actually don't use when I'm tan, so it's a nice change, you know. It's the Film Star Bronze and Glow palette from Charlotte Tilbury, and the reason why I don't really use this when I'm tan is because I just feel like this shade to contour with is a little too cool for me when I'm tan. So, but it works perfectly when I'm fair. I'm just going to contour and bronze with that. It's a really nice color for when I'm pale, so... And I just apply a little bit on the sides of my nose, on the bottom of my lip, and then I'm gonna apply a little bit on my jawline. I don't really use a highlight in this palette because it's a little too dark for me. I don't actually think I have a highlight for my skin tone right now. Okay, now for blush, my favorite one, and I just talked about it in my fall favorites. It's Douceur from Nars. Now it is sadly discontinued, but I'm pretty sure Exposed from Tarte would be a great dupe. If not, any like pale beigey pink would be, you know, similar to Douceur. But it's just the perfect blush for me when I'm fair. It adds the right amount of color. I don't really like to go with the coral blush when I'm fair. I just feel like since I'm so cool tone, the mix with the coral warm tone blush just doesn't look right for me. So I prefer to stay, I prefer to use cooler tone blushes, just for me personally. Okay, so I don't think I have a highlight that would work on my skin, but I'll give Champagne Pop a try from Becca. We'll see if it's light enough. Actually, it is light enough, so that's great because I really didn't think I would find a highlight that would work on my skin. Okay, so that's great news. If you're extremely pale, Champagne Pop definitely will work on you because it works on me. I feel like it looks so patchy, like my cheek area looks so patchy, but we're just gonna go with it. Okay, so now let's move on to the eyes. So for my eyes, I prefer to stay with the neutral or cool tones. I don't like to use really warm tone shades because it's just gonna look a little off on me, I feel. So I will probably use Handwritten. It's one of my favorite shades. I mean, it's a warm shade, but it's a very dark brown. So I feel like it looks fine, but I wouldn't use, like, let's say the Kylie Cosmetics, the bronze palette, which I love. And I did a video on it, so if you want to watch it, it'll be listed down below. But I wouldn't really use these warm shades on my eyes when I'm fair. It would just look too orange for my liking. First, to apply my crease, I'll use Soft Brown and Quarry. I think it's how you pronounce it. So I'll just mix these two because Quarry is quite a cool tone shade and then Soft Brown is quite warm. So I'm just gonna mix these and apply that in my crease. And then all over my lid and also in my outer corner, I'm gonna apply Handwritten. It's one of my favorite eyeshadows when I'm fair, when I'm dark, tan. So I really like it. It's gonna be a very simple eye makeup look, but I just wanted to make this video as complete as possible if you have fair skin and you just want like product recommendation. Hope this will be helpful. So I'm just gonna apply this all over. When I'm pale, it almost has like a purplish undertone, which I quite like. And then I don't have any shadow on this brush and I'm just gonna blend. Okay, so I did my mascara and lashes off camera. Now I'm just gonna apply a little bit of brown eyeliner. I like brown because it's a bit more subtle than black. So this one is by Lise Wetty. It's the Fill-In Eyeliner HD in black brown. I'm not sure if this was part of a collection or not, but it's just, you know, a felt tip eyeliner in a dark brown color. So I'm just gonna do that. So as you can see, my face is definitely darker than my neck, so I have to fix that. So I'm just going to use a bit of bronzer. This one is from Makeup Forever. It's the Pro Fusion Bronze in the shade 30M. And so it looks like that. It's not like too dark. I mean, it is definitely dark, but it's not too orange like Give Me Sun from MAC. I would not use this on my chest because it would just look too warm and orange. So I'm just going to use that to sort of make everything blend together. And then finally for the lips, I decided to use the Kylie Cosmetics lip kit. Well, I'm only going to be using the liquid lipstick for this video in KokoK. Now this is her lightest shade that she has, so I wanted to use that one today because first of all, I really like it. I really wanted to use this in today's video because I feel like on YouTube a lot of people are more tan, so it's fun to see, you know, how the lip kits look on someone who has really fair skin. So I'm going to be using that today. Oh, and I didn't show you that in the video, but I did do my brows like I always do. So I just used the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Chocolate. So that's how I always do my brows. So I didn't do anything different. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm actually really happy with the makeup look. I think it looks good. You know, in the past 2 years, I've been wearing fake tan so much. So when I was pale, it was really hard for me to get ready and feel good about myself being pale because I was just so used to fake tanning. And I think I definitely look better when I'm tan. I'm happy that I found a makeup look that makes me feel good even when I'm pale. So if you have pale skin, I mean, you have to accept it because it is the way you were born. If you have dark skin, you have to accept it. I think it's so funny how people are never happy with their skin tone. It's so strange. Like I always hated being pale, and I know some people struggle with their dark skin. So just accept the skin that you're in, but I still love to wear fake tan. So I mean, I accept it, but I still feel good when I have my tan on. So anyways, but I hope this video was helpful. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on my social media platforms. All the links will be down below. So once again, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.